A very warm welcome to Navkar Digital Institute. Myself, Professor Nivya Mehta. I'm a qualified company secretary as well as an LLB. I'm associated with Navkar Institute and Navkar Digital Institute from past 7.5 years, and I deal with the subject of BCR at CA Foundation level, which is paper number 2, part B. Now friends, why are we here today? The basic purpose of this particular video lecture is to solve and discuss the entire mock test paper for the month of April 2021. As you know that the ICAI examinations have been scheduled for the month of June, and that is why in every month or in every attempt the ICAI issues certain revision test papers and mock test papers which are a true replica of how would the paper pattern would be like, or how would the questions be like, or from which chapter what kind of questions can come up. So that is why we are here to solve the April 2021 mock test paper. March we have already discussed. Today we will solve with April 2021 paper, MTP. So it is. Now, as you all know, the paper pattern is very simple. Question number 1 is compulsory, and out of the rest 5 you have to attempt, or out of the rest 4 you have to attempt any 3. So basically there are in total 4 questions which you have to attempt. You will be given an option not to attend one question or to leave one entire question. All right. So the first question is question number 1A. Read the passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Now this is chapter 4, comprehension. This is chapter 4, comprehension. All right, a very simple chapter, but you need to take care of one thing, that you will be given 15 minutes extra time to read the paper. That is, once you enter the examination hall, you would be provided with a question paper first, and after 15 minutes you will be given the answer sheet to write the answers. So in that 15 minutes you have to make sure that you read the entire BCR part, especially the comprehension, and you start solving it. All right, let's have a look at it. That large animals require luxuriant vegetation has been a general assumption which has passed from one work to another, but I do not hesitate to say that it is completely false, and that it has vitiated the reasoning of geologists on some points of great interest in the ancient history of the world. So what it means to say that जो लार्ज एनिमल्स होते हैं, जिनको मैमल्स भी बुलाते हैं, उनको बहुत ज़्यादा लग्जूरियस वेजिटेशन, लग्जूरियस मतलब महंगी वाली सब्जियां जैसे ब्रोकली हो गई, कैबेज हो गए, पीज हो गए, इन वेजिटेबल्स को खाने की आदत है. बट दिस इज़ नॉट सो. द प्रेजुडिस हैज़ प्रोबेबली बीन डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम इंडिया. प्रेजुडिस मतलब जो नेगेटिव थाट है वो. And the Indian islands where troops of elephant, troop matlab झुंड, noble forests and impenetrable jungles are associated together in everyone's mind. Exactly. ये जो पूरा नेगेटिव थॉट है ना, ये कहाँ से आया कि इंडिया के अंदर बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े जंगल हैं, बड़े सारे खाली वहाँ पर मैदान हैं, और वहाँ पर बड़ी सारी वेजिटेशंस भी होती हैं. If, however, we refer to any work of travels through the southern parts of Africa, we shall find allusions in almost every page either to the desert character of the country or to the numbers of large animals inhabiting it. The same thing is rendered evident by many engravings which have been published in various parts of the interior. So what it means to say is that when you travel to southern part of Africa, that is South Africa, you will find animals, but there is also a scanty vegetation. Vegetation मतलब वहाँ पर definitely vegetables की कमी है, अछत है वहाँ पर. Dr. Andrew Smith, who has lately succeeded in passing the Tropic of Capricorn, informs me that, taking into consideration the whole of the southern part of Africa, there can be no doubt of its being a sterile country. Sterile is infertile. What is sterile? Banjar. On the southern coasts, there are some fine forests, but with these exceptions, the traveler may pass for days together through open plains covered by poor and scanty vegetation. लोगों को लगता है कि साउथ अफ्रीका में बड़े सारे जानवर हैं, तो बहुत अच्छी वहाँ पर क्या होगी, वेजिटेशन होगी, बट दैट इज़ नॉट द केस. साउथ अफ्रीका इकलौती ऐसी कंट्री है जहाँ पर नो डाउट एक साइड पे बहुत सारी वेजिटेशन है और दूसरी साइड पे बहुत सारा सूखा भी है. Now, if we look to the animals inhabiting these wide plains, we shall find their numbers extraordinarily great and their bulk immense. It may be supposed that although the species are numerous, numerous मतलब बहुत सारी हैं, species मतलब animals. The individuals of each kind are few. By the kindness of Dr. Smith, I am enabled to show that the case is very different. He informs me that in one day's march with the bullock wagons, he saw without wandering to any great distance on either side between 100 and 150 rhinoceros. The same day he saw several herds of giraffes amounting together to nearly 100. एक दिन उन्हें बहुत सारे जानवर दिखे जिसके अंदर जिराफ थे, जिसके अंदर एलिफेंट्स थे और वो एक के पीछे एक जा रहे थे, मे बी फूड की तलाश में. At the distance of a little more than 1 hour's march from their place of encampment. Encampment matlab a place where you do camping on the previous night. His party actually killed 8 hippopotamuses at one spot and saw many more. In the same river, there were likewise crocodiles. Of course, it was a case quite extraordinary to see so many great animals crowded together, but it is evidently proves that they must exist in great numbers. Dr. Smith describes that the country passes through that day as being thinly covered with grass and bushes after 4 feet high and still more thinly with mimosa trees. कि वहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा vegetations नहीं है and the country passes through a lot of other vegetations as well. Besides these large animals, anyone the least acquainted with the natural history of the Cape has read of the herds of antelopes which can be compared only with flocks of migratory birds. The numbers indeed of the lion, panther and hyena and the multitude of birds of prey plainly speak of the abundance of the smaller quadrupeds. One evening, 7 lions were counted at the same time, prowling round Dr. Smith's encampment. As this an able naturalist remarked to me, each day the carnage in South Africa must indeed be terrific. I confess that it is truly surprising how such a number of animals can find support in a country producing so little of food. कि किस तरीके से एक ऐसी कंट्री में इतने सारे एनिमल्स रह सकते हैं जहाँ पे वाकई में खाने की कमी है, खाने की अछत है. The larger quadrupeds मतलब जिनके 4 पाँव होते हैं, no doubt roam over wide tracts in search of it, and their food chiefly consists of underwood, which probably contains many nutrients in a small bulk. Dr. Smith also informs me that the vegetation has a rapid growth, No sooner is a part consumed that its place is supplied by fresh stock. There can be no doubt, however, that our ideas respecting the apparent amount of food necessary for the support of large quadrupeds are much exaggerated. The belief that where large quadrupeds exist, the vegetation must necessarily be luxuriant is more remarkable because the converse is far from the true. Mr. Burchell observed to me that when entering Brazil, nothing struck him more forcibly than the splendor of the South American vegetation contrasted with that of South Africa, together with the absence of all large quadrupeds. In his travels, he has suggested that the comparison of the respective weights of an equal number of the largest herbivorous quadrupeds of each country would be extremely curious. If we take on the one side the elephants, hippopotamus, giraffe, bos kaffir, eland, five species of rhinoceros, and on the American side two tapirs, the guanaco, three deer, the vacuna, peccary, capybara, ये सब क्या हैं? मंकीज के नाम हैं, ये सब तरह तरह के जानवरों के नाम हैं. And then place these two groups alongside each other, it is not an easy to convince ranks more disappropriation in size. After the above facts, we are compelled to conclude against the anterior probability that among the mammalia there exists no close relation between the bulk of the species and the quantity of the vegetation in the countries which they inhabited. Exactly. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, कहीं पर भी रहें, it doesn't matter. वो चाहे अमेरिका में रहें, अफ्रीका में रहें, उनको जहाँ अच्छा लगता है, they have the rights to stay. Now you have got 5 questions to answer. All right. What is the primary concern of the author? Author का primary concern क्या होगा? The primary concern of author is basically कि किस तरीके से एक छोटी सी जगह पर जहाँ पर वेजिटेशन कम है इतने सारे जानवर मिल सकते हैं. ओके, सो author's primary concern is to discuss the relationship between the size of mammals and the nature of vegetations in their inhabitants. कि कैसे जहाँ पर खाने की कमी है इतने बड़े बड़े एनिमल्स रह रहे हैं और सरवाइव भी कर रहे हैं. What prejudice has vitiated the reasoning of the geologist? कि ऐसा क्या हुआ जिससे उनका जो reasoning था वो बढ़ गया. The prejudice that large animals require luxuriant vegetation has vitiated the reasoning of the geologist. कि ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं कि बड़े animals को luxurious चीज़ें चाहिए. Why does Dr. Smith refers to Africa as a sterile country? Sterile मतलब बंजर. Dr. Smith refers to Africa as a sterile country. Here the traveler may pass for days together through open plains covered by a poor and scanty vegetation. That is the thing. Alright. Next, what has, according to the author, what has led to the prejudice? ये prejudice किसकी वजह से हुआ? So, the options are errors in the reasoning of biologists, no. False ideas about animals in Africa, that people have a very false idea about animals in Africa. Why are the flocks of migratory birds mentioned in the passage? To describe an aspect of the fauna of South Africa, to illustrate a possible source of food, to contrast with the habits of antelope, to suggest the size of antelope herd. So to suggest the yes, to contrast with the habits of the antelope. That is the answer. All right. So थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल था, इतना ज़्यादा हाई लेवल का नहीं आता है. दे डोंट आस्क यू सो मच डिफ़िकल्ट. छोटा भी पूछती हैं तो काफ़ी बड़ा था. हमें इसको करने में 15 मिनट लगे, आपको एग्ज़ाम में 7 मिनट ही लगना चाहिए. 7 मिनट्स इज़ द प्रॉपर टाइम. ऑल राइट. Next is question number 1B, that is of note making. अब नोट मेकिंग क्या है ये आपको ऑलरेडी पता है, स्टिल मैं आपको नोट मेकिंग का फॉर्मेट समझा देती हूँ. So let us start with the note making format. नोट मेकिंग में सबसे पहले आप पैराग्राफ रीड करते हो. पैराग्राफ रीड करने के बाद में आप उसका एक अच्छा सा टाइटल लिखते हो. सो टाइटल ऑफ द पैसेज. एक लाइन छोड़कर आप उस पैराग्राफ को डिवाइड करोगे छोटे छोटे पैराग्राफ्स में. सो दैट इज headings, and these are subheadings. Again, to these are subheadings. चाहो तो आप 3, 4 जितनी भी हेडिंग्स या सब हेडिंग्स लिख सकते हो, कोई इशू नहीं है. देन हम क्या बनाते हैं, हम बनाते हैं की. की का मतलब होता है जब जब हमारे कोई भी शॉर्ट फॉर्म्स हमने यूज़ करे या सिंबल्स यूज़ करे नोट मेकिंग में, तो हम क्या बनाएंगे, की बनाएंगे. सो की इज 1. ठीक है, दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट. So read the passage given below. Make notes using headings, subheadings and abbreviations wherever necessary. Write a summary. Despite all the research, every one of us catches cold and most of us catch it frequently. बहुत ही हॉट टॉपिक है, कोरोना वायरस अभी चल ही रहा है. सो इट्स अ वेरी बडिंग टॉपिक कि हम किस तरीके से हमें ज़ुकाम या बुखार हम पकड़ लेते हैं. Our failure to control one of the commonest of all ailments. Ailments मतलब disease. And sometimes seems ridiculous. Medical science regularly practices transplant surgery and has rid whole countries of such killing diseases such as typhus and the plague. But the problem of common cold is unusually difficult and much has yet to be done to solve it. It is known that a cold is caused by one of a number of viral infections that affect the lining of the nose and other passage leading to the lungs. But the confusing variety of viruses make study and remedy very difficult. It was shown in 1960 that many typical colds in adults are caused by one or the other of a family of viruses known as rhinoviruses, yet there are still many colds for which no virus has been isolated. There is also the difficulty that because they are so much smaller than the bacteria which cause many other infections, viruses cannot be seen with ordinary microscopes. Exactly. इतने छोटे होते हैं viruses कि microscope से भी वो दिखाई नहीं देते. Nor can they be cultivated easily in the bacteriologist laboratory since they only grow within the living cells of animals or plants. An important recent step forward, however, is the development of the technique of tissue culture, in which bits of animals' tissue are enabled to go on living and to multiply independently of the body. This has greedily aided virus research and has led to the discovery of a large number of viruses. Their existence had previously been not only unknown but even unsuspected. The fact that we can catch a cold repeatedly creates another difficulty. Usually, a virus strikes only once and leaves the victim immune to further attacks. Yes, कोरोना का भी ऐसा ही, it's a virus. एक बार अटैक करता है फिर आपके इम्यून सिस्टम को स्ट्रॉन्ग कर देता है. Still, we do not gain immunity from colds. Why? It may be possible due to the fact that while other viruses get into the bloodstream where antibodies can oppose them, the virus is causing cold attack cells only on the surface. Or it may be that immunity from one of the many different viruses does not guarantee protection from all others. It seems therefore that we are likely to have to suffer colds for some time yet. Alright, तो ये रहा आपका पूरा पार्ट. अब जैसे आपने पढ़ा आपको उसका क्या देना है, एक हेडिंग देना है. नाउ व्हाट हेडिंग इट कैन बी? It can be facts about common cold or it can be the common cold. So, first is facts about common cold. Very frequently viral information, can't be controlled, difficult, problem, affects nose lining and other passages to lungs, causes. Family of viruses with rhinoviruses, not known as no virus isolated for some informations. Problems of identifying the viruses, smaller than bacteria, can't be seen with microscopes, growing within living cells of plant and animals, can't be easily cultivated in labs. Research, tissue culture, bits of animal tissues grown in lab, multiply independently of the body, can lead to the discovery of large number of unknown and unsuspected viruses. Reasons of no immunity. Virus attacks only on surface and not on the blood stem. Can't be opposed by antibodies. Immunity from one virus not getting protection from all. और ये उसका की हुआ. आप इसको अपनी लैंग्वेज में अपने हिसाब से लिख सकते थे. ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट इज समरी. समरी बनाने के भी दो तरीके होते हैं. जो आपने नोट्स बनाए हैं उससे ही आप वन लाइन करके समरी बना सकते हैं. जैसे द कॉमन कोल्ड इज वेरी फ्रीक्वेंट एंड वायरल इन्फेक्शन which cannot be controlled and you have difficult problems that affects the nose lining and other passages to the lungs. Common cold is a very frequently occurring viral infection that affects the nose lining and other passages to the lungs. It is a difficult problem and cannot be controlled. Although a family of viruses termed as rhinoviruses has been identified that cause this infection, for certain others, no virus has been isolated yet. Problems with identifying viruses are that they are smaller than bacteria and cannot be seen through microscope and they grow within living plant and animal cells. This cannot be cultivated in labs. The recent research in virus isolation and identification is tissue culture, that enables tissues to be grown independently of the animal plant bodies, leading to the discovery of many unknown viruses. Immunity cannot be developed against these viruses as they affect the cell surface and cannot be bloodstream, so antibodies not over develop. So इस तरीके से आप अपनी लैंग्वेज में लिख सकते हो अपना आंसर. Next, question number 2a. What do you understand by coherence in communication? Coherence का मतलब होता है सीक्वेंस होना. कोहेरेंस का मतलब होता है लॉजिक बनाना. कोहेरेंस का मतलब होता है रैशनली कुछ बोलना. एग्जैक्टली. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मुझे बताना हो कि गांधी जी के बारे में कुछ शब्द, तो मैं क्या कहूँगी? गांधी जी के जन्म से स्टार्ट करूँगी या गांधी जी की मृत्यु से स्टार्ट करूँगी? ऑब्वियसली आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद गांधी जी का जन्म. ऑल राइट, बिकॉज दैट्स अ सीक्वेंस. सो कोहेरेंस का मीनिंग होता है सीक्वेंस and logic. Coherence in writing and speech refers to the logical bridge between words, sentences and paragraphs. जो भी आप बोलो, that should be logical, that should have a reference. Main ideas and meanings can be difficult for the reader to follow if the writer jumps from one idea to another and uses contradictory words to express himself or herself. The key to coherence is sequentially organized and logically presented information which is easily understood. All content under the topic should be relevant, interconnected and present information in a flow. जो भी आप इंफॉर्मेशन दोगे, दैट शुड बी रेलिवेंट, दैट शुड बी इंटरकनेक्टेड एंड दैट शुड बी इन अ फ्लो. इंफॉर्मेशन एक फ्लो में आनी चाहिए. फ्लो में मतलब जैसे हम कोई चीज़ बताते हैं, उसका मोडस ऑपरेंडी, उसका तरीका वो फ्लो में होना चाहिए. वैसे कोई भी बात को करने का भी एक फ्लो होता है. और दैट इज कोहेरेंस. नेक्स्ट, चूज द वर्ड विच बेस्ट एक्सप्रेसेस द मीनिंग ऑफ द गिवन वर्ड. आपको सिनोनिम ढूंढना है. हैगल. हैगल का मतलब होता है नेगोशिएट करना. क्या मतलब होता है? बार्गेन. सिलेक्ट अ सुटेबल एंटोनिम फॉर द गिवन वर्ड. एंटोनिम मतलब पर्यायवाची. रिनाउंस. रिनाउंस का एक्चुअल मीनिंग होता है रिलिंक्विश कर देना, छोड़ देना. तो ऑपोजिट क्या होगा? पजेस करना, मतलब उसको अपने पास रख लेना. चेंज द फॉलोइंग सेंटेंसेस इनटू पैसिव वॉइस. यू डोंट नीड टू विंड दिस वॉच. चलिए पैसिव में कन्वर्ट करना है आपको. दिस वॉच नीड नॉट बी वूंड. दिस वॉच नीड नॉट टू बी वूंड. Change the following sentence to indirect speech. Seema said, "It's time, I must go now." Indirect में change. Seema said that it was the time and she had to go then. All right. Next, write a précis and give appropriate title to the passage given below. आपको précis लिखनी है. Now, what is a précis? Précis is a summary. 1/3 of the actual passage में आपको उसको लिखना है. चलिए, there is an enemy beneath our feet, an enemy more deadly for his complete impartiality. He recognizes no national boundaries, no political parties. Everyone in the world is threatened by him. The enemy is the earth itself. When an earthquake strikes, the world trembles. Trembles मतलब हिलना, shake करना. The power of a quake is greater than anything man himself can produce. Exactly. हमारे ज़मीन के नीचे, हमारे पाँव के नीचे ज़मीन है. उस ज़मीन के अंदर जीता जागता शैतान रहता है. उस शैतान का नाम क्या है? earthquake, जिससे हम सब डरते हैं. और डेफिनेटली क्योंकि पता नहीं होता कब आएगा. देर इज़ नो चेक. जैसे बारिश होगी, उसका प्रिडिक्शन हम कर सकते हैं. बारिश कब होगी उसका प्रिडिक्शन कर सकते हैं, बट अर्थक्वेक कब आएगा उसका कोई प्रिडिक्शन नहीं है. But today scientists are directing a great deal for their efforts into finding some ways of combating earthquakes, and it is possible that at some time in the near future mankind will have discovered a means of protecting itself from earthquake. An earthquake strikes without warning, बिना कहे आता है, बिना हमें बोले आता है, कोई सिग्नल नहीं देता, बस आता है और सब कुछ तहस नहस करके चला जाता है. द वन इज विच हैपेंड इन अहमदाबाद, द वन विच हैपेंड इन कच्छ, भुज, सब कुछ तहस नहस करके रख दिया था. When it does, its power is immense. If it strikes a modern city, the damage it causes is great, as it is has a struck a primitive village. Exactly. विलेज तो वैसे भी उतना डेवलप नहीं होता, तो वहाँ आएगा तो भी उतना इम्पैक्ट नहीं करेगा. लेकिन अगर एक मॉडर्न सिटी जहाँ पे बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग्स हैं, बड़े बड़े रिसोर्सेज हैं, उनको इम्पैक्ट करेगा तो डेफिनेटली बुरा होगा. Gas means burst, explosions are caused and fires are started. Underground railways are wrecked. Wrecked मतलब टूट जाना. Buildings collapse, bridges fall, dams burst, gaping crevices appear in busy streets. If the quake strikes at sea, huge tidal waves sweep inland. If it strikes in mountain regions, avalanches roar down in the valley. Avalanche का मतलब होता है गुबार, किसी भी चीज़ का एक झुंड. एवलांच हम यूज़ करते हैं स्नो के लिए, जब स्नो का पूरा बादल फटता है. कंसिडरिंग द terrifying statistics from the past 75, Lisbon, capital of Portugal, the city destroyed entirely and 450 killed. 1970 Peru, 50,000 killed. In 1968, an earthquake struck Alaska. As this is relatively underpopulated part, only a few people were killed. But it is likely that this one was the most powerful quakes ever to have hit the world. Geologists estimate that during the tremors, the whole of the state moved over 80 feet farther west into the Pacific Ocean. Imagine the power of something that can move an entire subcontinent. This is the problem that the scientists face. They are dealing with forces so immense that man cannot hope to resist them. All that can be done is to try to pinpoint just where the earthquake will strike and from where there. तो उन्हें सिर्फ इतना ही ढूंढना है कि earthquake कहाँ से और कैसे उनको strike करेगा. At least some precautionary measures can then be taken to save lives of the some of the property. तो आपको इसके ऊपर प्रेसी लिखनी थी. नाउ यू आर अवेयर कि ये प्रेसी का टाइटल क्या होगा. ऑफ कोर्स earthquake. Earthquake, the great destroyer. Earthquake is the mankind's deadly enemy. Earthquake strikes all without a distinction of nationality or political affiliation. The power of a quake is greater than that of any man-made weapon of destruction. An earthquake strikes mankind without a warning. A modern city, when struck, is reduced to a nibble. A quake strikes plains, seas, and mountains, causing all-around destruction. The quake struck Lisbon in 1755, killing 450. Peru 1970, killing 50,000. Alaska in 1968, moving it to 80 feet into the Pacific Ocean. Scientists are trying to find out means to combat earthquakes to predict the origin of the quake so that the precaution cannot be taken to save man and property from the destructions. Alright, so this is basically your part of Pressy. तो इस तरीके से आप Pressy लिख सकते हो. Pressy has to be in your own language. आपको किसी और की लैंग्वेज कॉपी करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Next is question number 3. Name the essential aspects of oral communication. जब हम बात करते हैं oral communication की, it is nothing but any kind of a communication which is through words which are spoken, which are not written but only spoken, उसको हम बुलाते हैं oral communication. So अच्छा, कौन कौन से फॉर्म्स होते हैं ओरल कम्युनिकेशन के? टेलीफोनिकली, सेमिनार्स, discussions, etc. So, oral communication refers to communication through the spoken word, either face to face, telephonically, via voice chat, video conferencing, or any other medium. Formal medium like lectures, conferences, seminars, meetings, and informal conversations, friendly gossips are a part of oral communication. अब ओरल कम्युनिकेशन के मेजर पार्ट्स क्या होते हैं? प्रोनाउंसिएशन, दैट इज listening and conversation, spoken grammar and vocabulary. These are the important parts. Choose the word which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Largizi. Largizi का मतलब होता है someone who is very kind, someone who is very benevolent. Select a suitable antonym for the given word. Ostentatious, reserved. Ostentatious मतलब शोई, बहुत ज़्यादा दिखावा करने वाला. ऑपोजिट क्या होगा? चुप रहने वाला, शांत रहने वाला. Change the following sentences into passive voice. One should not give unsolicited advice. Unsolicited advice should not be given by anyone. Reena said, "Alas, these are difficult times." So Reena exclaimed with sorrow that these are difficult times. or Rina sighed with sorrow that those were the difficult times. All right. Next, write an article on the topic of seeking excellence. Now friends, what is excellence? Excellence is हर चीज़ में बहुत अच्छा करना, सुपर परफॉर्मर, आउट परफॉर्मर, अच्छा काम करना, अच्छा कोऑर्डिनेशन करना. उसी के ऊपर आपको क्या लिखना था? एक पैराग्राफ लिखना है, एक आर्टिकल लिखना है. सो हिंट्स आपको दे रखी हैं. Excellence is the quality or virtue of being outstanding or extremely good. How you can giving your 100% in whatever you attempt. How can you achieve it? Determine what you want to achieve. आपको क्या achieve करना है? How earnestly you want to do it. Benchmark against the best. Believe that you can do it. Build concrete strategy and plans. Learn from the best. Do not limit yourself. Work really hard. Focus your efforts. Be adaptable and never give up. नेक्स्ट आपको आर्टिकल लिखनी है राइजिंग क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी इन योर एरिया. आपको एक रिपोर्ट लिखनी है किस तरीके से आपके एरिया में बहुत ज़्यादा क्राइम्स बढ़ रहे हैं. काइंड्स ऑफ क्राइम्स, क्या क्या क्राइम्स हैं. अच्छा, व्हाट इज़ अ क्राइम आप लिख सकते हो. सोशल रॉन्ग, chain snatching, purse snatching, car or two-wheeler theft. Reasons: miscreants coming from adjoining areas, unemployment due to factories being moved, low rate of education, mushrooming of unauthorized colonies around the areas, addiction to liquor and drugs, दारू या किसी चीज़ की उनको लत लग जाती है, social acceptance to crime, local gangs active, no street light in small alleys. Remedies: installation of CCTV cameras, increased surveillance by police personnel, training and engaging local youth to mobilize information against local goons, police posts to be set up at a distance of every 1 kilometer, barricading of entry gates to colonies at night, street lights to be installed and to remain on during the night till sunrise. These are the basic parts of your things. All right.